The record is within reach here. The all-time record for stage wins. Like he has to do this.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I don't think that's really on his mind, Spencer. You know what may be on his mind is, being the first rider since Eddie Merckx to win all 3 jerseys: green, yellow, and polka dot.
Hi, I'm Spencer Martin, along with Johan Bruyneel, and this is Outcomes. Outcomes is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this podcast should be considered financial advice. Please gamble responsibly, and if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, seek help from a professional resource. Hosts and guests may have financial interest in the bets discussed. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Everybody, welcome back to Outcomes. I'm Spencer Martin. I'm here with Johan Bruyneel. We are predicting stage 14 of the Tour de France, one of the hardest mountain stages we've had so far, which isn't saying much because we've only really had one mountain stage, but probably one of the hardest mountain stages in the race period. We go over the Col du Tourmalet to kick things off, 20-kilometer climb, Col d'Aspin, Peyresourde, and then finishes at Luchon-sur-Bagnères, which is another extremely long HC climb. Not going to be an easy day. I'll list off the odds. Before I do that, if you want to bet and you're confused how to do it, do not worry. We have a partnership with NextBets. Go to nxtbets.com/betoutcomes. It will show you exactly where to bet, where you live, and the best sign-up bonuses and the best offers at each book. For example, you go to FanDuel in Colorado, you open an account, you bet $5, you're getting $150 free dollars sent your way. I would recommend, like I said yesterday, to put it on our favorite for today. The favorite for the books is Tadej Pogačar at plus 110, Jonas Vingegaard plus 1,100, Mateusz Skelmoza plus 1,400, Sepp Kuss plus 1,600, Simon Yates plus 2,000, Florian Lipowitz plus 2,200, Tymon Arnsman plus 2,200. It goes on and on. For example, if you don't know what we're talking about, plus 110 would mean if you bet $100, you win $110 of profit, which is probably exactly what I'm going to do. But Johan, how do you see this playing out, and who do you think is going to win?
As you say, Spencer, it's a hard stage. It's 180 kilometers, 5,000 meters of elevation, and especially 2 monster climbs, Tourmalet, horse category, from the long side. So, there's a debate. I had a debate with Bradley about it, actually, what he thinks he thinks this is the hardest side. I remember the other side being the hardest side from La Mongie. It depends how you look at it. It's super long, Tourmalet, super high. And then we have Aspin and we have Peyresourde, which is part of what they did today. And then Super Bagnères, which is also a very hard horse category climb. So, taking that into account, I don't think it really matters much if there's a break or not, unless there's a really, really, really stop fire in the peloton. And there's like 20, 30 guys up the road and they get 10, 15 minutes. And even then, it's going to need to be a really good climber to make it over the Tourmalet and then Super Bagnères with those 2 other climbs in between. So, I'm afraid I have to say it's going to be Tadej again, plus 110. He's my pick for the win.
Yeah, it's a good pick. He's my pick as well. I actually can't believe he's plus 110. The reason I'm so convinced it's Tadej is not because people want to challenge Tadej. This race is pretty much over the way it is currently. But we saw a man by the name of Remco Evenepoel do very, very bad in the second and third section of today's time trial. Still in third place overall. People want that third place spot. The team, think about Red Bull needs something from this tour. Big team. They're going to drill it on the Tourmalet because they're going to try to drop Remco as early as possible, put him in trouble, and they're not going to want that break. That breakaway is going to get caught because people will be pressing the pace trying to get that third place spot. I think it all ends up, I don't even think Pogačar really even tries to win the stage. I think it just gets close and he's going to put Niels Pollitt on the front. Niels Pollitt nails it back and he's going to win the stage. It's hard actually to imagine anyone else winning.
I have 2 thoughts about that, Spencer, what you said, the Red Bull drilling it. First of all, they're going to drill it with who? They have Lipowitz and Primoz, so they need to make sure that they get over the Tourmalet with, spending the least amount of energy. It may actually be that they don't need to drill it because, knowing Remco, we all know he's a fantastic rider, right? But something may be up. May be up, and once you get into that downward spiral, if Remco sees that tomorrow again he doesn't have good legs and he gets gapped, it's not going to need a lot of drilling. And I think he's just going to Mentally, I think it's going to be difficult for Remco because he's used to be in the front all the time.
This is also bad memories for him. Remember there was a Tourmalet stage in the Vuelta and he got dropped in the first climb?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually reminds me of this stage a bit.
Right, that was they finished on top of the Tourmalet, no?
Yeah, and I mean, it's all that, it's kind of all the same roads. Like he got dropped.
Was it Sepp Kuss who won or was it Jonas who won? Jonas. Yeah. Jonas won. But yeah, so that's number one. And then secondly, I think what we should, have in mind when we talk about that this is going to be Pogačar. I just read an interview of him where he said, this is, this is the Tour de France. There's no, not even a question of giving away stage. Whenever we can win a stage, we have to go for it. If I would give away a stage or let somebody else win, my team and my sponsors won't be happy. I get paid to win.
Well, he's also going for the record is within reach here. The all-time record for stage wins. Like he has to do this.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I don't think that's really on his mind, Spencer. What may be on his mind is, being the first rider since Eddie Merckx to win all three jerseys. Green, yellow, and polka dot.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't done it before.
Yeah. Well, green was, I guess he's never been close to green, no?
It's always,
Eddie Merckx 1969 was the last rider who did that. The difference is that back then there was not a white jersey competition yet, but he was also the best young rider. There was just no jersey for it, but he would have won all four jerseys. Those are the things that Tadej may be looking at. Another stage, the record. I just think, but Tadej just wants to win all the time for no reason. For no reason, he just wants to win. And
he likes to win. That's what he's here for. Yeah. I mean, you do make sacrifice. We think of him as a fun-loving guy, but you make sacrifices to be in as good a shape that he's in. Like he's not going to come here and be like, and Niels Pollitt's away from his family at altitude camp. Like he wants me to win. Like this is what we came to do.
Yeah. That's what he says. And also he says, because the journalist asked, well, you're not afraid to make too many enemies. He said, well, it's not my purpose to make enemies, but he says, once I finish my career, I will have my friends and my family, and I'm never going to talk anymore with 99% of these people here.
Oh, that's the anti-George right there. It's funny we're even having this conversation. Did anyone ever say, like at the height of Cavendish, like, oh, he shouldn't try to win this stage, he's winning too much?
No.
I don't ever recall that being talked about.
But that's different because it's a sprinter, he's not dominating the event actually, right? This is different because Pogačar is actually owning the whole event. He's owning the tour, right? A sprinter is different.
He's going to win every stage probably. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, or he's going to win every jersey. Maybe he could win every stage. That would be, if he was in the breakaway on Sunday winning the stage, that could be a little egregious. The yellow jersey getting clear, they'd probably let him go because they're all racing for second and third. But if Pogačar does not win, I think it has to be breakaway. I don't think anyone from the GC group can beat him. I mean, we saw this movie in the Alps last year. Like, he's just going to mow them down when he comes to the finish line. I think it has to be breakaway. Who do you think could stay away and win if they get in the breakaway?
Yeah, not easy. They have to have a lot of time, but I think I could see a guy like Simon Yates, for example. He's already won a stage, so he could get his second stage win. But and in that case, it will also fit the situation, because if Simon's in the break, he could potentially have an excuse of saying, "Hey, you know what? I have my team behind. We have a plan.
Yeah,
no, not work too much." And Visma could say, "Okay, let's get safe for our money and go for the stage win," right? Because and on top of that, I saw that Simon Yates took it really easy today on the time trial.
Really easy.
That might be for a reason. So Simon Yates at plus 2,000 is my wild card to win from the breakaway.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. You could imagine that happening. he would need a lot of time, but he does have the excuse. And I think on a stage like this, people were asking about the units. Like I would bet a unit on Pogačar and then like 0.1 on the breakaway. So that'd be like $100 and then $10 on your wild card, if not $5. I'm picking someone really just because of the price and the fact that they were the fourth fastest climber on the climb section of the time trial today. Luke Plapp plus 10,000.
Wow.
I don't know where that ride came from, but we did see him getting a breakaway at the Giro and win. It's not, I mean, he has the engine to win. I'm acknowledging it probably won't happen. But if you just think about riders with the ability to physically get up the climbs in front of everybody tomorrow and his team, I mean, his team did this at the Giro with Chris Harper on the hardest stage. So it's not.
And also Luke Plapp himself, in the Giro, he also won a stage. So the guy has a big engine, that's for sure. And so, yeah, I mean, if he gets in the break, and yeah, I mean, this ride is for a reason, this performance today is for a reason. So he must be in really good shape.
Yeah, someone wrote into the move. I didn't have time to read the question, but they're like, why would Luke Plapp even try on this time trial?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I mean, Bradley was saying like, these guys are warming the legs up. Like if they're going hard, they're thinking about the following mountain stages. So it does indicate he's thinking about getting in the breakaway.
It would be huge, man, for him.
What do you think? Yeah.
Jake Corlula needs a stage win.
They do. Yeah, I guess but he even finished today and he's like, yeah, I can't get the stage win. So that tells us that he's thinking about later in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a quick break and then we'll do head-to-heads, which you aced yesterday. Pretty good. You don't see that very often. And then I have a question about the points jersey. All right, Johan, we're back. Head-to-heads on FanDuel. Ben O'Connor, minus 116 versus Carlos Rodriguez, minus 116. We had the same one yesterday. Who do you think wins this matchup?
Let's see.
Rodriguez was actually his first.
He was not terrible today.
No.
So I'm going to go Carlos Rodriguez.
Okay.
Ben O'Connor will probably be in the breakaway.
Probably driving for
another thing also, Spencer, what we need to have in mind, for tomorrow. Yesterday for OÄTCOMES, we saw extreme high temperatures. It's not going to be the case tomorrow. It's a lot cooler tomorrow, a lot cooler.
Okay. I noticed today the high was like 22 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be the same more or less, and even less. So that is, some people probably can't deal with the extreme heat. I don't know if Ben O'Connor is one of those, but he was in the break yesterday and got dropped way too early. I mean, yeah, Rodriguez did a better time trial, but not that much. He was 33 seconds faster. No, actually, a little bit more. So yeah, Carlos Rodriguez over Ben O'Connor.
Okay, and then this one, another one. I don't know why this is on here. This is a total trap. Tadej Pogačar versus Jonas Vingegaard. Just bet on, and it's minus 700 versus plus 410. Just bet on one of them to win the stage. Yeah. And if you think it's going to be a breakaway, then bet on who you think is going to win from the breakaway and hope they win. Primož Roglič, minus 235. Actually, I don't know. To revisit that, let's say a break wins, they'll still race to the top of that climb. Yeah.
It's still going to be Pogačar.
Yeah, it's still going to be Pogačar. So Primož Roglič, minus 235 versus Felix Gall, plus 172.
Primož.
Yeah, Primož for sure. That guy's going for the podium. Tadej Pogačar. Oh,
I hope he put his socks on tomorrow.
I heard that might have been a Dan Bingham special, because that Dan
didn't
Bingham
really work that well.
No, well, maybe he didn't overheat yesterday because of the socks, and that's why he was so good today. Florian Lipowitz minus 450 versus Remco Evenepoel plus 300.
Florian,
yeah. Oscar Onley minus 186 plus Tobias Holland Johansson plus 138.
Oscar only.
Oscar. Yeah, Oscar, I'm gonna reach out to you on Instagram. We're gonna try to get you on the show. You're our new favorite rider on the move.
He took 50 seconds today on Johansson.
I know. He is. Yeah. Guys, that the Tour of Switzerland is like an oddly predictive race in retrospect. So before you go, we had a little debate on the move about this, but I think Jonathan Milan personally is in big trouble in the points classification because it's not like they're not rolling into these sprint finishes and doing a casual sprint. Like the breakaway is going to be fighting hard to get away and they could eat up these points. Milan is minus 290 to win. Tadej Pogačar, this is your pick from the beginning of the race. You got him at plus 700. He's at plus 360 right now. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about betting on him. What do you think about that price?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Pogačar wins the green.
I think so too. I think the books have not correctly weighted this. I don't think they understand how hard it's going to be for Milan to score points from here on in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even these like flat stages are quite tricky. And it's like even the Champs-Élysées might not be a sure thing for a sprinter.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's different. I mean, it's different than the Olympics, but yeah. How far is it from Montmartre to the Champs-Élysées, to the finish on the Champs-Élysées?
Actually, I wrote it
10K or something, or 15K?
Recently. It is and they go straight there. I think it is like 10K.
Uh-huh.
Like it's not, they just plunge straight down to the finish.
Yeah. The thing is, Spencer, the thing is, it's, after 3 weeks, the peloton of the Tour, man, there's not going to be much fighting for position there, Like it's not like the whole bunch is going to.
Yeah.
People are going to get to say, you know what, whatever, do whatever you want. We're out of here.
Luke, the majority of the dive bomb in corners. It's actually it's shorter. It's only 6K to the finish line.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. That is going to be an interesting stage to watch. All right, Johan, anything else before we take off?
Nope, that's it.
All right, thank you. And we will be back tomorrow.